Okay guys, so we've got a 1x1 block of basswood today, and it is 2 5/8 inches tall or long, and we've got 3 marks on the front side of it. The first mark is 7/8 of an inch down from the top. Second mark is 1.5 inches down from the top, and the feet down here are 3/8 of an inch up from the bottom. The 2 side marks we've got in here are the same as the chin mark at 1.5 inches, and the back mark is slightly below the 2 sides. 2 sides are 1.5 inches down from the top, and the back mark is about 1/8 of an inch below that. Alright, so let's go ahead and put a stop cut in at the bottom of the hat. Put a little notch in there. Also, let's put a little notch in here at the chin. Good and deep. We'll come down to the feet. Put your stop cut in at 3/8, and if the corner pops off, it's okay, because we're going to go a lot deeper than that anyway. No sense in starting all over just because we popped the corner off that we're going to cut off anyway. Do a nice little straight line across there. We're going to cut up most of this middle out also. And that chin is going to be very deep. Alright, let's go to both sides and do the same thing. We'll come up to the stop cut on the sides, that 1.5 inch line. And the back. Same thing, we'll come up to the back. That sounds like a very low flying jet. Small jet. It's cloudy and nasty out today, so they're probably trying to get underneath the weather. Alright, let's connect. Let's connect the face lines, all the hat lines. Let's just connect those up. Just a little stop cut in. Alright, now let's take these corners off up on the hat. Okay, so we missed one here. Let's get this one. Down on the body side of it, let's take corners off. Let's leave the back alone, just on the sides. And I have a reason for leaving this back here for now, so let's just wait on that one. Okay, so now let's go on the face line here, and let's draw an angle back for that hat. Back to that corner where we cut those corners off. Let's go back to there, back to that back line on the spot that we cut those sides off. And let's go on and cut that in. Let's put us a little V cut in at the line. What I'm doing is going above the line a little bit and then below the line a little bit, so we'll try to meet in the middle at the line. Same thing on the other side. All right. So we're going to take this hat way back. So you can start at the top and round, come all the way around. Take your bigger knife if you'd like. Take some big chunks around that top. Let's just stay at the top for now. Get it all the way up to where you got almost a point up there. Okay. Now let's take this front, take that front corner off a little bit. And we're going to swoop up from that front edge. Get a little curl in there all the way to the point. Start doing that on both or on all sides. I'm going to start at the bottom and just cut in and up, in and up. What I'm trying to do is get a little edge to this hat all the way around. All right. Let's take these corners off. See, in here on his face side, we're going to create a head. We don't want any of this back here. We're going to take that triangle out on both sides. Like so. See that? The same thing over here. Take that triangle. Now you can even it up on both sides. Okay, so let's go back to the back here. And where we left, let's just barely round that off just a little bit. Now we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to swoop up. We want to keep that. We want to keep all of that in the back there, in that very back. Let's keep that and just start taking out, swooping up. It seems to be my favorite thing to say anymore, swooping up. Just round it up. You give him a little curl on his whatever he's got on there. Okay, let's do the same thing on these edges. Not quite as deep on these edges though. We're going to need some arm room in there. But towards the back you can go ahead and really get in there good. Let's clean this up a little bit. Let's go a little deeper on these feet. Make sure you're deep enough on your stop cut so we don't cut any more of that off. There's a little center in there. Take a little more of these sides off. angle towards the front there a bit. This cut here kind of angles him towards the front for the arms. And get feet and all. Just kind of shave it there. Just take off some of this chest. Alright guys, that's a pretty good start. So let's go ahead and take some of these sharper edges off of his hat up here. Just take some of those corners off. You might have some spots that a little rougher need to come off. What I find when I'm doing a 1x1 piece is that you don't have a lot of room to operate with sometimes. And if you're not paying close enough attention to the back side of your knife when you're making cuts, like if I'm cutting back here and the back side of my knife might come in contact with his face, or if I'm doing something with his feet, might come in contact with his face, areas that are sticking out a little farther. You got to pay attention to the back side of that knife, because you will end up with some cuts in there that you'll say, where in the world did that come from? And then you'll trace back and find out that they came from the back side of the knife, making cuts elsewhere. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and take a little bit off of this front. And I'm not taking much off there. I don't want to flatten it out a whole lot. And I'm going to go on and put a nose line in here. From bottom of the chin to the hat, right in here in the middle. And we're going to put a stop cut in, then we're going to cut up to it. And then the beard is going to come all the way down and around without a mustache. Just a beard on his chin and up to his sideburns. So put your little stop cut in there. Put it in nice and easy. Now, what I'm going to do is try to make him a little square, a little round nose. And I want to put a spot in here to put his eyes into place. So I'm going to put another little stop cut in and start coming down to it. I'm going to go a little deeper with that top cut, because I want a shelf there to put some eyes on. And more than likely these are just going to be, since we don't have a whole lot of room here, I'm going to put in some painted eyes, unless I find a little room there somewhere. Okay. Want more than that, actually. We're going to try to bring that down to that nose. It's okay if those if that eye flat spot there is wide. That's fine. So let's go ahead and put a little, get this nose at the bottom of the nose in a little deeper. Then we're going to cut in the side of his nose there. Now that we've got a spot. See how I did that? Just put a stop cut in on his nose and then cut up beside it. Actually give you a little more room for your eye shelf also. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And we'll just round off those corners on the nose. All right. Now, I'm going to make all this chin down here part of his beard, so we're going to just come around. We may not even put a mouth in. Come around just for his chin, and then we're going to come up, make a side burn kind of connecting with his chin there. Something like that.